there's no guitar chord for that. They say, well, it's kind of a C with an added sixth and an added second. I said, yeah, that's as close as you get. But it's actually quintal.
How do you progress it? You know, how do you?
There are no rules on that.
Okay.
It's all done by ear. Far as I know, quartal tends to want to, any of the fourths will want to pull down a half step. And that comes from traditional harmony, where we go something like that. You go up a fourth, and pulls down, or you go up two perfect fourths. So for some reason, the fourths, I think because we build our music in thirds, and when you hear all these fourths, they all want to go down a half step. So you can really pick any of them and then bring any of them down a half step.
Okay.
But as far as the rules, I don't know that I've ever seen a theory or part writing or anything as far as quintal or quartal harmony. It's just every composer just kind of does it like here. Aaron Copland, modern composer, died a decade and some change ago. Appalachian Spring, it's not quartal, he uses traditional chords, but some of the solo instruments like the flute will just go. So it's four perfect fourths in a row and then a half step down. So he does have both quartal and quintal influence, although the music's not totally quartal or quintal. So Debussy experimented with the fact that when you build these chords, you get some sounds that the audience is not expecting. If you look at figure 13.16, this is a nice example because you can see the quintal pretty easily. And then we saw top of page 380. Another experiment of Debussy's was adding a tone to an existing triad. Now this is interesting. Jazz does this all the time. If you're arranging for a jazz band, you never just have a pure C, E, G. So every major triad has to either have a sixth or a seventh added, usually a sixth. And every minor triad has to have a seventh added. And that gives this the jazz flavor. So if you've got Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So you would add a sixth. Jazzy.
Yeah.
So this would be without the added sixths. It would be. So that's just the pure harmony. But then I add the sixth, and there's a color to it.
Yeah.
Jazz loves this.
What was it? You add the sixth
to a major triad, you add a sixth. Normally, this is just your basic getting started.
And seventh.
A dominant, you would actually add a seven, like a dominant seven, but you'd add a sixth. In minor triads, you add a seven. You make all your minor triads, and A minor becomes A minor 7. So people who've tried to write jazzy, and they get the right rhythm and everything, but without that added note, they go, I just can't get it to sound like a big band. That's what it is. So Debussy also experimented with this, and that very chord I talked about, he took a tonic triad, and as he came singing, he would add the first final chord. That note added. Now, if you take the triad C, E, G, and you add an A, that looks like another triad.
A, C, E, G.
A, C, E, G would be
An A minor 7.
A minor 7, a submediant 7. But how do you know it's an added tone to a C and not an A minor 7? The answer? He would do it only at the last chord, the cadence. So if you're in the key of C your ear is not going to let you believe that the piece is ending on a submedian 6. So, for example, here's the key of C. Because I set up a cadence, we hear this with that added,
Yeah.
not the submedian 7. So if you look at figure 13.17 here on page 380, he's in the key of A. And certainly the left hand of the keyboard transcription here, it's A, C sharp, and E. The right hand, he's added an F sharp. That's the 6th, an added 6th. Now how do we know it's not an F sharp minor 7 chord? Because he set up the key of A, so our ear accepts it as A. Now, this is the impressionism I was talking about last time. So he's giving you a chord that is legally a submedian 7, but you get the impression it's a tonic triad. When you get up close to it, you see a submedian 7. But when you get back and listen, it's a tonic triad with an extra note in it. That's pure impression, just like the painting. You get up close, there's no boat there. It's just a smudge. I made the boat. You step back. Oh yeah, there's a boat. So same thing. You get up close, look at all those notes. A, C, E, B. That's submedian, first inversion, submedian 7, first inversion. You sit back and listen to it. No, that's a tonic triad with an extra note.
Is there any way to analyze that?
You analyze it as a tonic, and then ADD 6, added 6. Other ideas, so many experiments he did. Page 381, tritones and augmented fifth. So he experimented with a lot of chords for dissonance that were tritones and augmented fifths, augmented fifth chords. You can imagine just throwing a tritone. When we listen to the example you give, it's very harsh. And then they summarize a little here on page 383, suggestions for analysis. They give you a bunch of pieces. Here's what we looked at: whole tone scales and chords, pentatonic scales and chords, modal scales and chords, chords with tritones, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, to describe the resolution, added tone chords, root movement by chromatic thirds, parallelism or planing, other things. So these are all the ideas that Debussy experimented with. Now let's listen to the examples. I think the first, I think the first one's at the top of page 373. Is anybody going to see May later?
Yeah.
She hasn't given me the title of the composer of the piece she's playing. I got to make the program. So right now it's a kind of a question mark. So can you tell her?
She's actually in the
Oh, okay.
We'll go get her for you if you want. Me and Christopher, right here over
If I asked you nice, would you like do the thing where each of you grabs on, you kind of drag her backwards
Yeah.
like this?
here. I'll grab her piece.
Yep. Okay, let's try this. What? Doesn't sound like it. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the advanced book is not by chapter. First year book is
Right.
the numbers are by chapter. So let me just really quickly jump to number 66.
Wow.
I'm up to 50. $52, $55. Oh, yep, okay.